Good morning, wonderful people. Another glorious day. I am having a casual Thursday, apparently. Woke up, I'm pretty tired. I went to bed at like 9 o'clock, too. Like, I started passing out on the couch. I didn't even take off my makeup. Like, I was just absolutely done. Woke up a handful of times throughout the night, as I have been, so, apparently this is just a thing I'm gonna have to get used to, is like not getting any sleep for a while. So, yeah, fun stuff. But yeah, so I'm just wearing some relaxed wear today. I have to actually go get my nails done because I did a video demonstration for somebody yesterday, and they wanted to check out one of our used trade-in vehicles. It's not our conversion, and I'm gonna tell you right frickin' now, these other conversions don't even compare. Not even close. But like, check this out. What happened to my nails when I picked up? Yeah, that is a chunk taken out from that horrible, heavy, awful ramp. So, yeah, really fun. Thank God I have, several things of acrylic on my nails, because that would have totally ripped off my, like, original nail, right? So, I have to go get my nails done anyway. I got my girl's wedding coming up. My toes need freshened up. This needed to be done anyway, so, I guess it's decent timing, but holy heck, like, that's scary. Really scary. But it's a cheap car, It's a cheap car. That's what they're interested in. Sent them all the information they needed, and I don't think it's gonna go anywhere, to be honest, because they were like, well, can you bring this to Kansas for us to test drive? And I'm like, no. You're welcome to come here, but no, I'm not driving a used vehicle to Kansas for you to try. No, that's not gonna happen. Here's a Carfax, here's a walk around. What else do you need to know? You can, I'll start it up for you. Like, I don't know, people who are having really, really high expectations with such low budgets, I've noticed, are like the most demanding. And I get it, if you don't have super good income, these are expensive vehicles. You're just doing everything you can to protect that large investment. So I do understand, but yeah, it's always those folks. The people who have like high budgets and usually are like cash buyers and stuff, like they are really easy to work with traditionally. Like, and a lot of times they have experiences with buying cars online, so it's nothing crazy to them. But you get those old school people who are like, treating me like I'm Danny DeVito and Matilda, gluing on bumpers, and it's like, that's not what we do here, guys. These are fully custom modifications. Like, it's the real deal. But anyway, so I almost had 2 of my fingernails totally ripped off, and probably for no reason, but we'll see. So yeah, so the toilet paper saga, right? So funny. I told you about how that got handled and responded to initially, right? Which my boss was not impressed with that response, neither was I. Well, guess what? Magically, there was a whole package of brand new toilet paper sitting by our bathrooms when I got in the office, which I brought in my own package too. Which my boss was a little annoyed that I did that. He was like, just take that back home. And I'm like, nope. Like, I'm pregnant. I need to make sure I have toilet paper. I'm peeing every 30 minutes. My husband sent me with this. Like, yeah, I'm just going to leave it here. So, but yeah, even he was like, that wasn't a very good response. I was like, no, it wasn't. And then, even further, the excuse for that response was, oh, well, the person who orders the supplies actually lied to us, and that's not the case. We aren't limited on how much we can order, blah, blah, blah. Don't care. Don't care if the person who does the ordering lied or not. Your response was absolutely inappropriate. Inappropriate. Like, aren't there other retailers out there, even if that were the case? I don't care. I don't care who said what. All I care about is what you said. Yeah, right? So, doesn't matter. It's taken care of now. One less thing to worry about. Didn't think I'd have to worry about, basic sanitary items in the workplace, but apparently I do. So, yeah. But it was a slow day. Overall, it was a really slow day. I really am not getting anywhere with anybody. I think I need about 5 sales left for the year to hit, like, the small bonus, because they upped the requirements for the small bonus significantly. So, yeah, I'm not quite there yet, and I don't know if I'm going to hit the big bonus this year, because, again, as we move further and further into these colder months, it gets slower and slower, and then on top of it, there's not enough work for everybody. So they are taking like leads from me and other people in my territory and dispersing it to others. And yeah, so not only am I contending with, this Team West Coast that I am not allowed to be a part of, but I'm also contending with multiple other salespeople who are being given our leads too. And I know that in the past, when we do things like that, they're going to tend to give them the better leads. Just, I don't know, to encourage them. I don't know. They do it a lot with like newer people, like to make you feel like you're secure and confident and all that. And so like veterans like myself end up like suffering a little bit, but it is what it fucking is. Period. Like, basically, I'm just trying to make it to the end of the year, make it to my maternity leave, and then, like, we can go from there, right? So, that's kind of the plan right now. But, other than that, I'm gonna try to get through the day, gonna go get my nails done, try to fit that in at some point. Friday, I will have to go to this dinner rehearsal straight after work. Mo's gonna come meet me at work, thankfully, so he's actually gonna drive. He doesn't want me driving that late by myself in the dark and all that, so he's really protective, really sweet. So he's gonna meet me here. We're gonna drive together, go do that, and then Saturday is the all-day event, which I was like initially, like I was telling you guys, my girl was trying to have me there from like 8 a.m. to whenever the reception happens, which is going to be like later in the night because the ceremony doesn't start till 5. So that's too much. That is way too much for me. Even if I weren't pregnant, that's too much. And I was honest with her. I was straight up. I was like, girl, I'm like, you're talking about like having me 10 to 11 hours before the ceremony even starts. Like I'll be there about 11:30. You know what I mean? And that's still a long ass time. I was like, I'll be there about then. And I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm just ready to get it over with. And then that backup dress that I ordered, that couldn't give me an exact time frame for when it's going to arrive. I ordered it a little bit larger. I ordered it in the color that was actually initially intended. And yeah, it's going to show up too late. So I'm going to be stuck in the dress that is, it fits enough. It's a little snug. It's not quite the right color. But, it is what it fucking is, right? Anyway, guys, I gotta get inside. Like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate when you do that. Love to keep you updated on some things. And, yeah, just so much chaos. Oh, yeah, almost forgot to tell you. So, I've got all these doctor's appointments and everything. I'm trying to get all this stuff scheduled. And, for some reason, Bronson, who is who I'm going through for all my stuff, is having just a hell of a time understanding that I work in one city and I live in one city. So because I work Monday through Friday in a totally different city from where I live, that's where I need to do all my doctor's appointments, because I don't have all the PTO in the world to take off an hour to drive back to my city, back and forth, on top of the time that is needed for these appointments. So they keep trying to schedule me in a different city, and I have to be like, no. And like, I've had my 20-week ultrasound scheduled for like a month now, and they were trying to reschedule me for that too. And I was like, no, I would like to keep the time that is originally selected, that we have agreed upon, that is convenient for me, more convenient, because it's actually not really convenient at all, but I don't know, guys. Anyway, just had a side note that here before I jump off. But anyway, like, share, subscribe. Love you.